Yes, I'll take the roll. Ray Fantone, Pat Littlejohn, Tommy Troska, Vicki Schaffner, Ed Parler. Correct. Yep. So in regards to the previous meeting where we didn't have a quorum, at that point we had 6 members. Since then, one of the members has resigned, so we have a total number of 5 seats filled at this point. And yes, Mr. Chair, it was notified properly.
Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nay. All right, Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, minutes of the September 27th, 2003 meeting. Any comments, notes? I looked through them and they look good to me. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes as written?
So moved.
Seconded.
We have a motion that's been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, we don't have anyone signed up for open citizens comment, but after we give Scout Motors, or butcher your name, anyway, a chance to make a presentation, you want to discuss the action item? We'll go with this.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So this is a request for a variance for Scout Motors. They're located at Community Road and Blythewood Road. Trying to get to the map. And they are requesting the maximum height for the LI2 Limited Industrial 2 zoning district. The maximum structure height is 100 feet, and they are requesting an additional 10 feet. And just so you know, they got the development is in 2 phases, and so they're requesting it for 2 buildings that will eventually be adjacent to each other after the second phase. And the entire development is kind of a mirror image of it. So phase 1 is one set of buildings, and then phase 2 is the identical set. So when you see in the diagram, it shows 2. And those are, one will be built in phase 1 and one will be built in phase 2.
Do we know which one will be which, north or south?
I don't, but the applicant can share that information.
You can just answer that.
Okay. So the southern building will be phase 1. The southern building in
Southern
red?
building is
Yes,
phase
sir.
And so it's located roughly, I called up the map, but it's about 3,000 feet north of Ashley Oaks. And I can pull up the map to show you. It's roughly at the power line. So with the map tool, you can see Ashley Oaks is here, the cursor, and over here you can see it says, if you look over here, it says 3,000, 3,200 feet. To the west is Holly Bluff Estates, and that's about the same distance away. So those are the closest residential areas to this particular building in the development. And I also want to note that the site plan was approved by the Planning Commission on Tuesday, October 10th, about a week ago.
setback from residential zoning area is 6 feet for each additional 6 feet setback for each foot or fraction thereof between 40 and 100 feet, so that'd be basically, what,
360,
feet.
yes, sir.
And it's got more setback.
Correct.
All right.
And just, in the application, the applicant addressed each of the criteria for a variance, but for your assistance there, I gave you a checklist too, that each of the criteria need to be met in order for the board to approve the variance.
All right. And who do we have here from Scout?
So this is Corey Wise with Thompson Hutton Engineering on behalf of the applicant.
Would you spell your name again?
Corey
Okay.
Wise.
You don't have any questions on those lines?
What was it, is it what the building proposed, so that's the paint facility, correct?
Yes, sir, that's right. Paint shop.
And it's, what is it planned as now, 110 feet?
Well, they put on the actual building would be 105, but they're just requesting a variance of 110.
The only question, I love the way this reads maximum structure height of 100 feet where, when fire regulations are observed. I didn't know we ever did observe them. All right, you have any comments you need to explain it? There's no other way. It has to be 105 feet.
That's right, based on the processes and utilities that need to be within that building. Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's roughly 2,000 feet from any adjacent property. Okay. All right, well, we have 5 criteria that must be met, and one is there are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to a particular piece of property. The exceptional condition you listed was that the property is exceptionally larger than any other in the town limits. So does that meet the exception? Yes. Yes. Conditions do not generally apply to other properties in the vicinity, and the same answer. These conditions do not apply to other properties. They don't. Well, they would. Because of these conditions, the application of the chapter to a particular piece of property would effectively prohibit unreasonable restricted utilization. So if we didn't let them do 105 feet, it would restrict their use of the property.
That's what they're saying, I believe.
That's what,
Yes, sir. That's right.
yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay. The authorization of the variance will not be substantial detriment to the adjacent property or public good. The character of the district will not be harmed by granting a variance. The effect of the variance will not allow the establishment to use otherwise permitted in zoning existing would not extend physically a non-conforming land use. That's true. Agreed?
Yes.
So it appears that it meets all the criteria. Before we have a vote, we didn't have anybody sign up to comment. Is there anybody here that would like to comment on this? Not having any comment, do I have a motion to approve the variance as requested?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and it has been seconded. Let's have a voice roll call vote if you don't mind.
Ray Fantone,
Yes.
Ed Parler,
Yes.
Tom Utroska.
Yes. All right, the motion is seconded and approved. No citizen comments. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Meeting is adjourned.